this is Tito back with another video on the Redmi K20 Pro, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you the latest EvolutionX ROM on this device. And as you can see in the Android version section, it has the EvolutionX logo up top, of course, still, and we have the Android version as Android 11. The security patch is latest of June 5th, 2021, and you can see the baseband version from here. The stock kernel is the Soviet Afghan kernel here, it says, and the build date, if you're noticing, this is the June 10th, 2021 build. So latest build as of right now, today, this is June 10th itself. So yeah, and here let me tell you that this particular build you need to download it from the website. I'll link it below in the description, do not worry. And this is the actually OSS vendor based build, not MIUI vendor based build anymore. And right now it has received 3 updates from past 2 days, and this particular ROM has a lot of fixes, and right now it has a lot of more features, and I feel it's just a more stable experience over here. If you have no idea how to flash this ROM on the Redmi K20 Pro, just click on the card right there or check out the description. You will find all the guides for flashing this ROM on the K20 Pro. Yes, with the OSS vendor, the ROM file size has increased, and right now the ROM file size is quite a lot more than it used to be. As of now, it's about 1.8 GB, I guess. And if you want to know the changelogs, as you can see again in the changelog, it's mentioned that it is OSS vendor based, and we have the device changelogs and stuff. There is MOTO Dolby version 3 over here right now for the sounds and stuff, and we have the DC-dimming added, and some features has been removed from here. So yeah, a lot of changelogs are there, you can just see from this section. Now let me jump into the system, and there we also find the system updater, and this is how it looks like. We have the update last checked when, and you can check for updates from here, of course. And if your storage is encrypted, I think you can also use this updater to update the ROM itself. And we have the Android version as 11, and the EvolutionX version is of course 5.8 right now, and the security patch is June 5th, 2021 mentioned again. In the gestures, we have all of these gestures. We have the double tap gesture. This is for the double tap on the lock screen and status bar as well, I guess. And we have the quickly open camera by double pressing the power button. And in the system navigation gestures, we have the gesture settings, and if you tap on the settings, we have the amount of screen height to be used for the back gesture, then the dead zone, then also we have the show pill bar option. You can hide the pill bar if you want to. And then we have the advanced gestures. From here we have the extended swipe action, then we have the long swipe action timeout, and you can set custom action for the long swipe kind of things. And we have the gesture bar length and the radius customization as well. Yes, I did customize both. That's the reason why my pill bar is quite long and thick. If you're noticing, we have the haptic feedback and the back gesture animation as well here. There is also 2-button and 3-button navigation over here, and we have the power menu option. Here we get the sensitive content and stuff. Then we have the skip music track, adaptive playback, etc. Let me go back. We have the default keyboard as Gboard, and the pop-up camera settings, we do not get the camera calibration right now, but that's how it is. And we have the sound effects, as you are noticing. There is a camera LED turning off option, but again, no camera calibration over here, even though this ROM is based on OSS vendor. Now let me show you the home screen. This is how the home screen looks like, pretty sweet as usual with the EvolutionX ROMs. And to the left of the home screen, we have the Google's Discover page. So that is great. And we do get the Pixel launcher by default over here still. But the good news is we do have this double tap to sleep gesture over here. So double tapping anywhere in the home screen makes the phone sleep. We have the suggestion disabling option, overview suggestion, usual stuff. We have the add app icons to the home screen. So yeah, those things are there. Swiping down anywhere in the home screen gets you to the quick settings panel. Well, I have been using a red kind of accent color here, and swiping up gets you to the app drawer. Widgets in the home screen are working fine, and the whole UI is pretty smooth right now, as you are noticing. So yeah, no issues whatsoever that I have been facing with the stock launcher. And the good thing, again, we have the double tap to sleep anywhere in the home screen. This is how the always on display looks like. Yes, you can customize it if you want to. This is the fingerprint scanner icon I'm using. Right now, let me show you the fingerprint scanner speed. If I tap on the fingerprint icon, as you can see, it unlocks. Let me show you one more time from the always on display. As you can see, it unlocks. Let me show you right now from the lock screen. As you can see, again, the fingerprint scanner animation is as well working fine. And from close, if I show you the fingerprint scanner speed, as you can see, it unlocks. So no issues whatsoever with the fingerprint scanner speed. The fingerprint scanner is very fast and reliable in my opinion, as you can see. Talking about the quick settings panel, this is how it looks like, and you can edit and add multiple toggles here. And as you can see, plethora of quick toggles that you can add actually from here. But right now, let me show you what I have added. We have the battery saver, night light, etc. And the night light is working fine as well, as you are noticing. and the dark theme is there, and we have the Android 11 screen recorder. Now with this screen recorder, we have the device audio and the microphone audio recording at the same time. We also have the show touches on screen, then the show stop dot, and we have the lower quality file size, and we also have the bigger file size limit over here. So that is great. The screen recorder is just has amazing amount of options and it works great. Now we have the hotspot, the do not disturb. Also we have the data saver. Then we have the always on display toggling option. Then we have the heads up enabling or disabling option. Volume panel is there. You can just tap on it. This is how the volume panel looks like right now. And we have the power menu over here. So if you tap on it, you get the power menu. This is how it looks like. We have the smart home controls. You can turn on any light over here if you want to. And we have the advanced settings. If you go into the advanced, we have directly rebooting option to the recovery or fast boot from here, of course. And here we of course have this reboot toggle too. So you can just tap and hold on it to get into the recovery. Then we have the OXYMS kind of screen recorder as well. And with this, you can also record the screen as you are noticing. But in the mic option, we only have the internal and the microphone option separately. So yeah, I would just say that use the default screen recorder maybe. We also have the sound toggle over here, and you can tap and hold on it again to get the volume panel. I'm just showing what options that you have. And we have the anti-flicker or the de-dimming option. So you can toggle the de-dimming from this settings, and we also have the MOTO audio over here. And if you tap and hold on it, as you can see, it goes into the MOTO audio mode. So this is just great that we have this MOTO audio option, and the sound quality via the headphone jack and Bluetooth as well over here, that I have had no issues whatsoever with the sound quality. Even with the speakers, the sound quality is great. And also we have the FPS info. So if you enable that toggle, you get this FPS info over here. Talking about the stock camera, well, you get only this kind of camera. As you can see, this is the Snapdragon camera that you get. For basic camera usage, I would say this camera should be good enough. It has some QR code scanning options and other video and stuff. And we can switch to the front camera with this kind of camera as you are noticing. So yeah, no issues with that. And you can also go into the settings over here. These are the camera settings that you get. But yeah, this is a pretty basic camera. You might not like the UI. That's why I have also flashed the ANX camera version 185R with Magisk. If you do not know how to flash this on the Redmi K20 Pro, just click on the card right there and you can get the ANX camera working. But yes, with the ANX camera, the 48 megapixel mode is not yet working. And we have the wide angle and the telephoto lens working super fine as you are noticing. And with the 2x mode again, as you can see, all the lenses are working fine. If you switch the video mode, we have up to 4K 60fps shooting option. Yes, 4K 60fps as well is working super fine. Also, you can shoot 1080p 960fps videos in slow motion if you want to. So yeah, the portrait mode is not a problem here. The portrait mode with the rear camera and the front camera as well is working fine. Now, this is how the settings panel looks like. We have the profile picture over here of your Google account, and we have the search settings over here. And you can search for any kind of settings from here if you want to. In the network settings, and if you go into the mobile networks, we do have the Wi-Fi calling option. You can enable that if you want to. And this is how the InCall UI looks like. Yes, it does not have the call recording option, but VoLTE calling and stuff should be working fine. Now, before I jump into the customization, I will jump into the battery settings. This is how the battery settings looks like. So here we have the battery percentage as you are noticing. You can tap here on the battery icon to get the full battery usage kind of things, and you can see all the apps that have consumed the battery. And we have the optimized profile, and if you see the optimization profile, we have the performance, browser, camera, dialer, games, streaming apps and stuff like that. So you can set per apps optimization profile, and over here we also have this view battery usage kind of stats. And then if you scroll down, we have the battery saver, adaptive battery, etc. Adaptive charging and adaptive temperature over here is also there. So you can set like after 38 degrees or 40 degrees, the battery will stop charging. So it will never overheat. So that is great that we get all of these features and they do work. And we have the last full charge and the screen on time over here. And we have the design battery capacity, current battery capacity, as well as the charging cycle. Also, we can see the battery temperature over here on the bottom. So you get all of these informations right in the battery settings. You do not get all of these things in most ROMs. So that is just great. Talking about the battery life, yes, it's not as good as all other MIUI vendor-based ROMs in my opinion. As you can see right now, I have 77% juice left. And right now I have about 2 hours of screen on time. So you can calculate that. I would say it can definitely give you 6 to 7 hours of screen on time. And you can see this screenshot that I have taken. So yeah, 7 hours of screen on time should be easy enough on this particular build. In the display settings, we have the brightness level, then the adaptive or auto brightness. In the lock screen, we have this privacy option over here. And we have the always show time and info. That is simply for the always on display. and we have the wake screen for notification as well. Then we have the ambient wake gestures, and also we have the ambient pulse on new track option. Inside screen timeout, we have up to 30 minutes, and we have the dark theme, then the font size, display size, DPI customization, and also we have the night light scheduling option. Live display is there, so you can calibrate the colors of the screen, the RGB of the screen, and we have the colors are set to boosted over here. And in the styles and wallpapers, this is how it looks like. We have all of these themes and stuff. You can customize any theme, and from the wallpaper section, we do have these Google's like live wallpapers. And then we also have these living universe wallpapers, as you can see. So yeah, plethora of wallpapers that you get by default over here. The wallpaper I'm using is from the Wallp app. Also, we have the Papers app over here of EvolutionX. There you get all the EvolutionX specific wallpapers, and all the wallpapers here does have a really different kind of taste, and they do look really awesome if you prefer EvolutionX kind of wallpapers. These are the grid options that you get. We have up to this 5x5 grid, and we have the rotation settings as well. You can set 180-degree rotation if you want to. Then the double tap to wake is there, the pocket detection is there, and the enable blurs option. Then there is the anti-flicker or the DC dimming mode. Right now I'm using it with the DC dimming mode. Let me go back, and we have the sound and vibration. There we also have these like sound profiles and the media call, etc. volume you can customize, and we have the ringtone vibration pattern changing option. Then if you scroll down, we have the ringtone and stuff. Here we have the dial pad tone, screen locking sound, charging vibration, etc. Screenshot sound disabling option as well. We have the Mi Audio Direct. I have been using it with the youth edition and stuff. That is working great. Also, we have the presets over here. Hi-Fi audio option is also there. This Mi Audio sound enhancer is actually for the wired headphones in my opinion, and that is working fine. We have the clear speaker option as well. If your speakers had some dust or something, you can clear them out with this kind of feature. And here again, we do have the MOTO audio option, as you are noticing. So yeah, whatever headphones you plug in, it will just detect over here automatically. Before I show you the face unlock and stuff, right now let me jump into the customizations. In the evolver settings, this is how the customization panel looks like. We have the themes on top. We have the lock screen kind of clock style, as you are noticing. We have plethora of lock screen clocks, and you can choose the shape shift one if you like that. And let me show you right now how it will look. So this is how the shape shift clock will look. So pretty beautiful kind of lock screen clock styles, and you get plethora of options, including this gradient fire and stuff. So yeah, lot of options that you get regarding this lock screen clocks. We have the show status weather area and stuff. Let me scroll down. We have the dark theme option over here, and you can turn on the dark theme. There is the pitch black option. You can select that whenever you're using the dark theme. Also, we have the accent color picker, and this is the accent color I'm using, as you can see from the preset. And you get the pixel blue, sand, etc. And we have plethora of presets for the accent color. EvolutionX yellow and stuff is there. So yeah, a lot of accent colors that you get. And in the fonts, as you are noticing, there are huge amount of fonts, and just notice how many fonts are there. And it actually shows how it will look with the font. So that is just great. As you can see, I can just scroll through them and it just doesn't end. Plethora of options again for the fonts. Just notice how much fonts are there. So yeah, huge amount of font customization here. We have the icon shapes, and these are the icon shapes that you get. Again, plethora of icon shapes. And in the icon packs, these are the icon packs that you get. And we also have the settings dashboard icons. Then we have the switch style. This is for the toggles. As you can see, these toggles in the settings will change if you change these toggles. I have been using it with the default one, and we have the G visual mode over here, and the rounded corners, these corners on the windows that you are seeing is because of this Android 12 that I have selected. You can also go with the medium if you want to. Then we have the nav bar colors, then the status bar height, and the header size you can customize. Let me scroll down. We have the volume panel. You can change it to this expanded compact audio tiled and MIUI compact option. So yeah, you can go with the MIUI compact one if you want to. As you are noticing, this is how it will look. And we have this show app volume over here with the default volume panel. So whenever you're playing audio via YouTube or any other apps like Spotify, if you can just like expand the volume panel, you will see YouTube over there. But let me tell you, you have to use the stock volume panel for that. And we have the custom header, and we have the quick setting tile disco. So if you enable that, right now the quick setting tiles has this kind of different colors, and we have the quick setting tile icon styles. So you can change them from here. So you can choose the Shishu Cosmos or something. And right now this is how it will look like. So yeah, plethora of icon styles are there. And we also have the quick setting tint style. I have been using it with the Android 12. That's why even the like turned off toggles has this like kind of accent. So yeah, and we have the background alpha, then the notification background opacity changing option. I might have to restart the UI for this, so I'm just putting it to the like maximum. And on the bottom we have the custom rounded corners, so you can choose your roundness of the whole screen over here, the whole UI I mean. And in the status bar, we have the network traffic indicator as usual, the clock and date customization, the battery bar customization, and we have the battery indicator options. Here you get the battery styles. You can choose it to circle, dotted circle, etc. But no big sort of dotted circle or something. And in the battery percentage, we have next to the icon or inside the icon customization. Battery percentage when charging is also there. Again, fast charging is working fine, no issues with that. In the system icons, we have the headset, Bluetooth, extra icons, even VoLTE, Vio, Wi-Fi, etc. Let me go back. We have the 4G instead of LTE, old mobile data type icons, roaming indicator, etc. And let me go back. We have the notification options. So heads up, you can disable, then the notification headers are there. Then we have the notification light, battery charging light, and we have the show on new notification, etc. And we have the in-call vibration. So you can enable vibrate on connect, call waiting, or disconnect. Let me go back. We have the quick setting customization. Here we have the quick pull down. You can choose it from right, left, or always. Then we have the vibrate on toggle touch. Then column and row number customization is there. Then if you scroll down more, we have the expanded quick settings. Brightness control is also there. So sliding a finger across the status bar adjusts the brightness. And this feature is very useful for me at least. And I really love this feature. Now if you scroll down, we have the data usage visibility and the battery estimates on the quick setting panel, and the quick setting footer text and stuff you can enable or disable. In the power menu, we do have the advanced restart, and I have showed you already the advanced restart is working fine. System settings are there. This is for that like device controls and stuff. Hide on lock screen is there. If you want to not show the power menu in the lock screen, you can actually select that. And we have the option user action and stuff. And let me go back. We have the gesture customization. We have the long press power button toggle torch, brightness control again, and we have the swipe quick screenshot. There is the share, edit, scrolling, and delete and edit options over here for the screenshots. And the scrolling feature actually works fine. I have tested that. Then we have the double tap to check phone, double tap to sleep options over here. Let me go into the lock screen now. We have the always on display scheduling option. You can have it on daytime or something. And the animated FOD icon is also there. As you can see, you can enable it. And let me show you, you have the One UI and the other options like the OS 11, etc. So this is just great. Let me show you with this option. As you can see, it does this kind of animation. Now let me show you with the One UI, another one. Now there is also the MIUI default, and you can also choose the fingerprint scanner icon from here. So this is just great. You have all of these icons. Let me go back. We have the fingerprint pressed color. You can change that from here. Recognizing animation is of course there. We have the like Cyberpunk 2077 here, and also we have the smoke, strings, quantum, and fusion, etc. options. Whenever you are unlocking the device, you can select these like animations. It will show that particular animation. I have been using it with the Cyberpunk 2077, has been working super fine. Then we have the lock screen status bar, enabling or disabling option. Lock screen charging info is also there, and we have the temperature scale also. You can change that. And we have the music visualizer and the media cover art. You can also adjust the blur level for that. Let me go to the buttons now. Here we have the navigation bar and the system navigations. Again, not going to go into that. And we have the show volume panel on the left side if you want the volume panel to be appearing on the left side. Let me go into the animations. Here we have the disable transition animation that will disable the whole UI animation over here. And the screen off animation is also there. You can set it to CRT, scale, or default. Then we have the back gesture animation and the charging animation as well. Then we have the animation styles and stuff. Let me go back in the MISC settings. Here we have the gaming mode. So you can enable the gaming mode. If you're playing a lot of games, you can actually use that. Screenshot settings are there. You can have this like take full screenshot or drag select areas and stuff. Then we have the launch music app on headset connect. Then the USB configuration is also there. I have selected file transfer because it's very convenient for me. And we have the radio info, force brightness values for the ambient display and stuff. You can use those. And in the about section, this is how it looks like. You can donate to the developers from here. Now let's jump into the security. Here we have the pixel imprint and stuff. And if you go into the settings, we have the quick unlock, then the screen off fingerprint, and we also have the scramble pin layout. But let me tell you, there is no force fingerprint option or always unlock with the fingerprint scanner is just not there. So you have to enter pin whenever you are rebooting the device. I have showed you the fingerprint scanner speed already. So time to set up the face unlock now. Let's hit next. I have a wire in front of my face, but still, let's see. Okay, so yeah. It did set up the face unlock fine. Right now, I'll just try, and from the always on display, I'll just double tap, and okay, so I have to swipe up, I guess. So yeah, as you can see, after I swipe up, the device like pops out the front camera and it unlocks. Let me show you one more time. As you can see, again, this is the face unlock speed. So you do have to swipe up over here from the lock screen to use the face unlock actually. And this is the face unlock settings that you get after you set up your face unlock. Now let me show you the app locker now. This is how it looks like. We have this kind of app locker, pretty similar to all other ROMs right now, and you can lock any particular apps from here. You can search for any particular app if you want to, as you can see. And let me show you, there is also the lock app after, instantly 15 seconds and the screen off option. And I have locked a couple of apps. We have this kind of app lock interface. Looks pretty beautiful, and we have the use face or data option and the use pin option. Also you can tap the fingerprint scanner and that will unlock that particular app. So as you can see right now, it unlocks that particular app. Works great, no issues whatsoever. And by the way, this is how the recent panel looks like. You can take a screenshot, select some text from the screen, and you can go to the split screen mode from here, and you can pin or go to the freeform mode if you want to. If you go all the way to the left, you can clear all the apps from here. Now let's test if the Google Assistant is working fine with the voice trigger. Hey Google. As you can see, it is working fine. Let me try with other one. Okay Google. As you can see again, Google Assistant is working flawlessly with the voice trigger, no issues whatsoever. Right now I have opened a couple of apps over here, and I'll show you if all the apps are staying in memory or not. So first let's open Chrome. As you can see, it is in memory. It looks like Facebook went out of memory. Actually it did reload to the page where I left it. So yeah, and we have the Twitter. Okay, Twitter is out of memory or RAM, so it reloaded. Instagram is still in memory. Google Home is in memory. YouTube is reloading. Play Store. Alright, so it's doing weird stuff. Play Store reloaded. Now let's open this coin switch. It is reloading too. So yeah, memory management may not be that great as of right now, even though this is a 6 GB RAM unit of the device. So that's how it is. Let's open Chrome now. It is in memory. Facebook is in memory. Twitter reloading. Play Store is still in memory. YouTube right now it's in memory, and Instagram is reloading. Okay, and Google Home still in memory. So yeah, memory management may not be that great, but it should be good enough to daily drive with. I would say 3 to 4 apps should be in memory all the time. And if you're worried about the performance, here are the Antutu and Geekbench score on this particular build. Talking about SafetyNet, yes, it passes the SafetyNet test right out of the box. Also I have flashed Magisk over here, so I have been using it with the Magisk guide. Even that is working fine over here. No issues with the banking apps on this particular ROM. Now talking about the DRM info, as you can see right now, my DRM info shows L3. That's because I have broken it permanently. But if your DRM certification shows as L1 right now, it should be intact over here. You should not be having problem just because of a OSS vendor based ROM, because right now the latest OSS vendor based ROM does not break your sensors or does not break your DRM certification at all. So the daily driving performance, in my opinion, should be really good over here on this EvolutionX, and it has plethora of customizations, of course, and EvolutionX has been one of the best options in the past. But earlier I got used to more liking the ArrowOS, because the ArrowOS is simpler, more like usable in my personal opinion, and very convenient. But EvolutionX still has a lot of customizations, and right now it's coming with the OSS vendor and stuff. And of course, no huge bugs or stutters that I have faced, no random reboots or something like that. The battery life may not be as good as the MIUI vendor based ROMs again, but yeah, that should be fine enough. So that's what I think about the EvolutionX ROM pretty much on the Redmi K20 Pro right now. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, share this video with your friends. If they want to know about the latest EvolutionX 5.8 on the K20 Pro, how it's running and stuff, you can share them out this video, and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. This is Tito from KDN Tech signing off for today, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye now.